Solana steals the spotlight as Fed rate cut nears. Crypto Daybook Americas. Your day-ahead look for September 16, 2025. By Omkar Godbole. All times ET unless indicated otherwise. Suddenly, it's all about Ethereum rival Solana and its native token SOL as the broader market holds its breath ahead of Wednesday's Federal Reserve rate decision. Michael Novogratz, the founder and CEO of Galaxy Investment, says Solana could evolve to become a settlement infrastructure in global finance. Why? Because the blockchain can handle over 6 billion transactions a day, which is way higher than the 400 million-700 million trades global securities markets usually deal with, he said. Speed matters. At BaseCamp 2025, Coinbase Layer 2 network hinted at plans for a token launch that could accelerate decentralization and unveiled a Solana bridge to boost cross-chain connectivity. Pantera Capital's Dan Morehead announced that Solana is their largest bet, valued at $1.1 billion, calling it the fastest and best-performing blockchain, which has outpaced even Bitcoin over the past 4 years. If that's not enough, Kyle Samani, chairman of Nasdaq-listed Solana treasury company Forward Industries, said over the weekend that the company plans to deploy funds to boost the Solana-native decentralized finance ecosystem. All these signs suggest SOL could outperform Bitcoin BTC $115, 399.22, Ether, ETH, and other major tokens if the Fed cuts rates by the 25 basis points this week, as expected. If it surprises with a 50 basis point move, things could get wild. Keep your eyes on those SOL/BTC and SOL/ETH trading pairs. Currently, SOL is trading around $235 after peaking near $250 over the weekend. Other major cryptocurrencies are stuck in neutral, trailing behind stocks, which continue to hit fresh highs. On the stablecoin front, the Bank of England proposed limits on how the value of dollar-backed stablecoins an individual can hold, as low as £10,000, $13,600, citing systemic risks. Stani Kulchov, Aave's CEO, called the move absurd and urged the crypto community to stand up against such regulations. More countries, especially those with current account deficits, will likely consider similar measures to curb outflows that dodge traditional banks. And as for the traditional markets, Monday's mix of rising stocks and the VIX, Wall Street's fear gauge, has some observers raising their eyebrows. History shows these moments often precede market corrections. So stay alert. By Oliver Knight. Crypto Treasury Companies. Spot BTC ETFs. Spot ETH ETFs. Source, Farside Investors. Crypto September 16, 12 p.m. Solana live event on X. Guests include Pump.Fun co-founder Alon Cohen and Kyle Samani, chairman of Forward Industries, Ford, and the managing partner of Multicoin Capital. Macro September 16, 8 a.m. Brazil July unemployment rate EST 5.7%, September 16, 8:30 a.m. Canada August headline CPI YOY estate 2%, MOM estate 0%, core YOY estate not applicable, previous 2.6%, MOM estate not applicable, previous 0.1%. September 16, 8:30 a.m. U.S. August retail sales YOY estate not applicable, previous 3.9%, MOM estate 0.3%. Earnings, estimates based on FactSet data, none scheduled. September 16, 12 p.m. Solana live event on X. Guests include Pump.Fun co-founder Alon Cohen and Kyle Samani, chairman of Forward Industries, Ford, and the managing partner of Multicoin Capital. September 16, 8 a.m. Brazil July unemployment rate EST 5.7%, September 16, 8:30 a.m. Canada August headline CPI YOY estate 2%, MOM estate 0%, core YOY estate not applicable, previous 2.6%, MOM estate not applicable, previous 0.1%. September 16, 8:30 a.m. U.S. August retail sales YOY estate not applicable, previous 3.9%, MOM estate 0.3%, none scheduled. Governance votes and calls Curve DAO is voting to update donation-enabled to crypto contracts. Refining donation vesting so unlocked portions persist after burns. Voting ends September 16. September 16th. Aster Network to host a community call at September 18, 6 a.m. Mantle to host Mantle State of Mind, a monthly downhill series. September 16, 12 p.m. Kava to host a community Ask Me Anything, AMA, session. Unlock September 16. Arbitrum ARB $0.4934 to unlock 2.03% of its circulating supply, worth $45.92 million. Token launches September 16. Merlin MRLN. To be listed on Binance Alpha, MEXC, Bitmart, Gate.io and others. Curve DAO is voting to update donation-enabled to crypto contracts. Refining donation vesting so unlocked portions persist after burns. Voting ends September 16. September 16th. Aster Network to host a community call at September 18, 6 a.m. Mantle to host Mantle State of Mind, a monthly downhill series. September 16, 12 p.m. Kava to host a community Ask Me Anything, AMA, session. September 16th. Arbitrum ARB $0.4934 to unlock 2.03% of its circulating supply, worth $45.92 million. September 16th. Merlin MRLN. To be listed on Binance Alpha, MEXC, Bitmart, Gate.io, and others. Day 2 of 7. Budapest Blockchain Week 2025. Budapest, Hungary. Day 1 of 2. Real World Assets Summit, New York. As the crypto market stays within a tight range after a brief peak and trough on Monday, one token is running its own race. IMX is up 15% in the past 24 hours with daily trading volume doubling to $144 million. The rise lifted IMX, the native token of Web3 gaming platform Immutable, to a 5-month high. Bullish sentiment around Immutable can be attributed to an SEC probe that was dropped earlier this year and general optimism around the gaming sector. Gaming is estimated to reach $200 billion in revenue this year with further growth forecast in 2026, alongside the release of Rockstar Gaming's Grand Theft Auto 6. Immutable is well positioned to capitalize on that growth after teaming up with gaming giant Ubisoft on the next iteration of Might and Magic Fates in April. Blockchain technology could have a key role to play in gaming if trends shift toward in-game ownership of items, which could see the implementation of non-fungible tokens, NFTs, within a game that could then be collected or sold on for crypto tokens. IMX is currently trading at $0.736, having broken out of a key level of resistance. It will likely come back to test 70 cents as support before potentially moving higher, provided trading volume can sustain at these levels. Most major cryptocurrencies, including BTC and ETH, continue to experience capital outflows from futures, leading to a decline in open interest. AVAX stands out with OI rising over 14% as the token's market cap looks to climb above $13 billion for the first time since February 2. Solana OI has reached a record high of over 70 million SOL, with positive funding rates pointing to bullish capital inflows on the CME. OI in Solana futures pulled back to 7.63 million SOL from the record 8.12 million SOL on September 12. Still, the 3-month annualized premium holds well above 15%, offering an attractive yield for carry traders. BTC CME OI continues to improve, but overall positioning remains light relative to Ether and SOL futures on Deribit. The bias for BTC and ETH put options continues to ease across all tenors as traders anticipate Fed rate cuts. SOL and XRP options remain biased bullish. On OTC network paradigm, block flows featured BTC calendar spreads and shorting of call and put options. BTC is unchanged from 4 p.m. Eastern Time Monday at $115,500.55, 24 hours, plus 0.54%. ETH is unchanged at $4,513.45, 24 hours, minus 0.49%. CoinDesk 20 is up 0.48% at $4,271.28, 24 hours, plus 0.71%. Ether CSR composite staking rate is up 5 bps at 2.87%. BTC funding rate is at 0.0059%. 6.4616% annualized, on Binance. DXY is down 0.32% at 96.99. Gold futures are up 0.42% at $3. 734.70. Silver futures are up 0.53% at $43.19. Nikkei 225 closed up 0.3% at 44. 902.27. Hang Seng closed unchanged at 26. 438.51. FTSE is down 0.22% at 9,256.41. Euro Stoxx 50 is unchanged at 5. 437.55. DJIA closed on Monday up 0.11% at 45. 883.45. S&P 500 closed up 0.47% at 6. 615.28. Nasdaq Composite closed up 0.94% at 22. 348.75. S&P/TSX Composite closed up 0.5% at 29. 431.02. S&P 40 Latin America closed up 1.64% at 2. 904.55. UDUTS 10-year Treasury rate is unchanged at 4.037%. E-mini S&P 500 futures are up 0.19% at 6. 633.75. E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures are up 0.29% at 24. 380.00. E-mini Dow Jones Industrial Average Index are unchanged at 45,902.00. BTC dominance 58.11%, unchanged. Ether to Bitcoin ratio 0.03907, minus 0.36%. Hash rate 7-day moving average 1025 EH/S. Hash price spot $53.98. Total fees 4.41 BTC/$508. 109 CME futures open interest 140,975 BTC. BTC priced in gold 31.2. Oz BTC versus gold market cap 8.82%. The monthly chart shows that BTC is again probing the trend line connecting the previous bull market peaks. Bulls failed to establish a foothold above that trend line in July and August. A third straight failure could really embolden sellers, potentially yielding a deeper drop. Coinbase Global Coin closed on Monday at $327.02, plus 1.23%, plus 0.27% at $327.91. Circle CRCL closed at $134.05, plus 6.97%, unchanged in pre-market. Galaxy Digital GLXY closed at $30.77, plus 3.6%, plus 0.58% at $30.95. Bullish BLSH closed at $51.08, minus 1.47%, plus 0.59% at $51.38. Mara Holdings Mara closed at $16.24, minus 0.43%, unchanged in pre-market. Riot Platforms Riot closed at $16.68, plus 4.97%, plus 1.08% at $16.86. Core Scientific SORZ closed at $16.32, plus 2.9%, plus 0.37% at $16.38. CleanSpark LSK closed at $10.29, minus 0.58%, plus 0.1% at $10.30. CoinShares Valkyrie Bitcoin Miners ETF WGMI closed at $38.73, plus 3.78%, plus 1.96% at $39.49. Exodus Movement EXOD closed at $27.88, minus 1.69%, minus 1.94% at $27.34. Strategy MSTR closed at $327.79, minus 1.1%, plus 0.34% at $328.89. Semler Scientific SMLR closed at $28.39, minus 2.74%. SharpLink Gaming SBET closed at $16.79, minus 5.14%, plus 0.54% at $16.88 UPXI. UPXI closed at $6.33, minus 6.29%, plus 0.95% at $6.39 Light Strategy. LITS closed at $3.07, plus 10.43%. Daily net flows, $259.90 million. Cumulative net flows, $57.05 billion. Total BTC holdings, 1.31 million. Daily net flows, $359.70 million. Cumulative net flows, $13.74 billion. Total ETH holdings, 6.53 million. Gold uptrend intact, but due for correction before topping $4,000 in 2026. Reuters gold has surged 40% in 2025, outpacing the S&P 500. Analysts warn it looks overbought and may decline before targeting $4,000 next year. Coinbase policy chief pushes back on bank warnings that stablecoins threaten deposits. CoinDesk Coinbase Farrier Sherzad said concerns of stablecoin deposit flight are myths, claiming banks are really defending profits from an outdated payment system. King Charles rolls out the red carpet to woo Trump. The Wall Street Journal UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer is using royal pageantry to sway Trump on tariffs and European security, while the visit will showcase new U.S. U.K. cooperation in technology and energy. Deutsche Börse Crypto Finance unveils connected custody settlement for digital assets. CoinDesk The Deutsche Börse subsidiary launched Anchornote in Switzerland, letting institutions trade digital assets across venues while keeping them in custody to cut counterparty risk and improve capital efficiency.